Hi viewers! For 30 minutes, you'll be with me, Dea Amelia Putri, on the Max News, discussing actual and reliable news. Every day, we see various kinds of buildings. However, behind their beauty, a big problem often escapes our attention: construction waste. Tonight, we will discuss several cases of construction negligence that have reoccurred. Several reports mention the use of bricks that do not meet specification in the construction of several housing projects in the area. In addition, the practice of implementing tiles on the house ceiling was also found, which contradicts construction standards. Another case that has surfaced is the error in casting the foundation of an office building in the area. As a result of this negligence, it is feared that various serious problems will arise, such as cracked walls, collapsed ceiling, and damage to the overall building structure. Our investigation team is currently conducting further investigations to uncover the root cause of this problem and who is responsible.
Hello? Find one method of construction waste and explain to me. Awaited.
Understood, boss. Okay, check. Okay. Good night, boss. I would like to report on the progress of the analyzed project. It has now reached the final stage. Allow me to report the progress of this work. There are several important points discussed. Starting from the title, we took the title, A Review of Lean Construction, Analysis Based on Critical Factors and a Building Construction Project. Together with members, Dea Amelia Putri, Asia Nurhasana Habirun, Dedi Kurniawan, Zuheldi, and Pinta Astuti from Universitas Muhammadiyah Sumatera Barat and Universitas Muhammadiyah Yogyakarta. Before moving on to the next stage, let's open with a quote from Marceline Anderson. Stay inspired. Don't stop creating. This quote is a reminder that we all have the potential to create something valuable. We can achieve our goals and live more meaningfully by maintaining the spirit to continue learning and creating. Now let's move on to the roadmap block. Here we see that we have developed a research strategy with four stages. The first is to identify the problem, then collect data by reviewing 20 different literature. The third is data analysis using quantitative calculations, and finally, draw conclusions. The following are previous studies that are relevant to the research we are discussing. The first is an article review conducted by Rotherall in 2022, which discusses the identification of lean construction that influences the implementation of lean construction, focusing on infrastructure recovery from natural disasters. The next typology is related to the article review that my team and I studied, which examines lean construction and construction projects in general. From this research, I will emphasize that my research is different from previous studies. Although there are similarities in objects, the approach we use in this study is different from previous research. Next, the barriers to implementing lean construction are lack of management support. Lack of commitment and support from top management is a main obstacle. Limited training. Construction workers often lack adequate knowledge and skills related to lean construction. Lack of awareness. Many parties do not yet understand the concept of lean construction in depth. Next, complicated bureaucracy. Complex administrative processes hinder the implementation of lean construction. And lack of stakeholders' involvement, lack of communication and coordination between various parties' involvement in the project. Other studies show that material waste is a common problem, especially in certain types of work, such as reinforcement. Many constructors do not have a good waste management system, resulting in waste and negative impacts on the environment. The purpose of the research referred to in the text is to identify the highest trend is the causes of failure to implement lean construction by analyzing various literature. Although the concept of lean construction has been introduced as a solution, there are still many challenges faced, such as inaccurate planning, including material miscalculation, inappropriate material quality, and material damage during transportation. Lack of communication between while implementers and supervising consultants, which causes procedural errors and rework. Design change causes material waste, rework, and project delays. Labor quality, lack of worker understanding of tasks and procedures, and lack of supervision, and errors in structural planning. Misinterpretation of drawings and lack of precision in implementation. In general, the problem identified in the text are roots in weak project management, lack of proper planning, poor coordination, and ineffective supervision. Quality of human resource, lack of worker competence, and lack of training and development, and complex project environment, including external factors such as design change, weather condition, and unforeseen ground condition. These issues have significant implications for construction projects, including increased costs due to rework, material waste, and additional costs to address problems
that arise. Project delays due to design change, procedural errors, and lack of efficiency in execution. Decreased quality due to errors in execution, use of inappropriate materials, and lack of supervision. Conflict between parties due to lack of good communication and coordination. Construction waste is unused material resulting from the construction process. This can be leftover material, production errors, or activities that do not add value. Based on the Toyota production system, construction waste is divided into several types, such as defect, overproduction, waiting, excess processing, motion, transportation, and inventory. Okay, so this graph shows the details of the lean construction in descending order that has been processed. From the many kinds of literature that have been analyzed against lean construction, the waste factor is obtained based on the Toyota production system standard and taken from about 20 pieces of literature in the table below. It is seen that from 20 different literatures, the highest point is owned by the defect and waiting factor, which is 90%, followed by excess processing and motion of 75%, then overproduction, transportation, and inventory are respectively 70%, 55%, and 50%. Okay, in conclusion, let me sum up the main points. Starting with the main problems that often hinder the implementation of lean construction. First, lean construction problems that occur are generally caused by a combination of several factors, ranging from poor planning, errors in the production process, and unsupportive working environment conditions to project management problems and external factors such as weather and culture. All these factors are interrelated and can hurt the efficiency, quality, and safety of construction projects. Next, in the second point, the most common problem found in lean construction generally follow this order. Defect is the most common problem, then followed by waiting, excess processing, motion, overproduction, transportation, and finally, inventory. This order shows that these problems are interrelated and often stem from a lack of proper planning, inefficient production processes, and suboptimal project management. I hope this presentation has given a clear picture of construction waste, especially the lean construction method. With the research we have and solid team spirit, I am sure we can achieve the goals that have been set. Thank you for your attention.